Hey there folks, welcome back. My name is Quentin Mascraman on the internet. This is another update. I know I missed last week. I didn't do a video last week because I didn't have any space on my phone to record a video. I've just been recording a lot of stuff and I didn't want to delete the stuff I had recorded, so I didn't record a new video, but I will show you what I've been working on. I was trying to do a double page spread, like I said. I went with page 6 and 7. But I didn't have my my trusty board to work on, so I skipped that and did inks on this page 1 here. I didn't fill out any of the sort of darks and stuff. I'm just gonna do that with the coloring when I get to it. Looks good, looks real good. I used all my microns and whatnot, and they were still good. Microns and my Prismacolor, mostly my Prismacolor, because the microns were sort of out. So I did get more. I got new ones, new microns. So I picked these up at Hobby Lobby, and they're like $8 for 3 different ones, which is the 1, 3, and 5. Not so bad. It's sort of like the standard now in terms of the cost of these pens. So after that, I did move on to page 6 and 7. I did grid lines, mapping it out, and this is sort of what I have so far. It's not anywhere near being done, but I got to make a few adjustments. I'm not 100% happy with some of the poses that I had done, rough sketches, and I will be fixing them, and hopefully I will get these done by next video. That's my goal, and I'm really happy with the flow of how my eyes sort of go from panel to panel. At least that's how I feel it would read correctly. I might just be biased because I wrote it and drew it. This is what it used to look like back in 2014. Page 6 and 7 sort of had changed from when I initially wrote it and drew it to now, but this is what it used to be. It's a little bit different, kind of changed. You could see there's like 4 characters here, whereas now there's 3, so a little bit different. A little bit different energy as well. Like these sort of, like my poses are a little bit different, which I hope they do look better now than it used to. So if you want to go take a look at these pages, these artworks, visit my X and Instagram account. Head over there and check it out, zoom in, do all that other good stuff, leave comments, or you can just leave a comment here on this video. I've been brushing up on some comic book reading. A while back I went through a dollar bin and just to get myself in a comic sort of mindset, I just picked up a bunch of dollar books, and I read some of them today, or at least I had tried to read some of them. One of the ones that I had gotten, which was pretty cool, I picked up because of the cover, is Space Beaver number 4. Interestingly enough, this is by what's his name? Derek. This is by Derek Robertson. I looked him up because I was like, what else has this guy done since this book came out, like 1987, I believe. Yeah, 1987. And it's actually signed by the guy. I was like, that's actual red pen. This is a black and white book. Black and white book by 10 Buck Comics. And this is actually a pretty good read. It's very almost It's very 80s, and it's very almost like Emergency Signal. Like I could imagine this as Emergency Signal, as a story within Emergency Signal, but like, you know, not beavers. But this is actually pretty cool. This is actually like a hedgehog kind of guy named Spike or something like that. Really super cool. If you get a chance to check out this book, it looks really cool. Very independent comics of the 80s. And I mean, there's a guy that even looks like a freaking Ninja Turtle. His name is Torg or something like that. And let's see if I can pull up yeah, this guy right here. His name is Tog. See, look at that. That's like a pin-up in the back of the book. Looks super cool. And like this guy, his name is Stinger, the hedgehog, and this is the Beeve. It's got like little cool sunglasses and rodent here, which is pretty cool. He looks like Biker Master Mars. That looks cool. So it's a pretty cool book, pretty quick read. I really liked it. It was the only book that I actually finished. Other books that I had was Zooniverse and The Tomorrow Nights, number 2. This Zooniverse is actually the first issue, and I got halfway done, and I was like, this is not really that interesting at all, story beat wise. I mean, the only reason why I didn't like it is because of the lettering. I don't know if you could see that, but like, it's kind of not your standard sort of text, and it just looks garbled altogether. The concept was okay. There's a lot of creatures in this book that you don't really know what you're looking at, and reading it and looking at the artwork, it's like you can't tell what's the heads, what's the arms, what's the what. And it just, I just lost interest pretty quick. But I did read like half of it because I was trying to like push through, maybe hoping that it would get better, and it did not. So the art looks cool in some small way, but like I said, it's all made up. It's all aliens. You don't know what's what. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. It looked cool. Like initially looking at it, like, oh wow, Zooniverse. This looks cool. Like it's a space adventure. Like that's sort of like what I'm looking at, you know. And that's sort of like why I got Space Beaver, Zooniverse. It's like Tomorrow Nights, because it's like tech, and like I was trying to go for like what's cool, like what would inspire me to do like more tech and space, and I just like, no, I had to pass on that one. And then I was reading Tomorrow Nights. The art looks really cool. It's very like 80s, like bam, 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 bam. It's pretty readable in terms of like panel to panels and stuff like that. And it's, you know, this came out in 1990, yeah, July 1990, and it's set in the future of 2012. And, you know, 2012, you know, we had spaceships in 2012. Everyone knows that. That's the future. And this one, like, there's like a lot of characters that don't actually appear like in the same page, and it's kind of all over the place. And this is issue 2, and I am I shouldn't have got lost, but I did get lost because I had no idea what's really going on here. And it's a team book, but the team is not together like you would think. The tech looks okay, like the art's pretty cool, and I mean, the main character in the book, who is Starkweather, doesn't even show up till like page 7, and like I don't even know that it's the main character. I only know that he's the main character like after the fact. looks cool. The art is good, but the story was not really there for me. So I mean, they're only $1. These are dollar comics that I got at my local comic store, and I'm just gonna like put these in the lending library, if anything. But today I read this, Superman, Batman: Enemies Among Us. This one was okay. I used to get all. It's funny. I bought this book a long time ago, but I barely read it. I bought this when this came out, but I barely read it now, because it was like on my shelf at home, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be a slow day, so I'm just gonna pick up a book. I've been meaning to read this for a while because it is Ethan Van Sciver books. He doesn't do the whole story. I think he does like the first 3, and then the last 3 are done by other artists like Joe Benitez and Matthew Clark. I'm familiar with Joe Benitez, but not Matthew Clark. But it was okay. It was an okay read. It wasn't the best Batman Superman story that I've read. The art looks cool from all of the artists in this book. The writing, like, I guess I didn't like the story too much. It's like that, but it was an okay read. I wasn't like thinking it was going to be some great read, but I did buy this book a while back because of Ethan Van Sciver. This is around when he was doing the Green Lantern stuff, so I saw this and I picked it up, and I think I got I think this was like the same run as like where Ed McGuinness started the Batman Superman, and I was collecting all that stuff, and I kind of missed issues, and then this came up, so I got this to sort of since I didn't get the single issues. It's all right, not too bad. The art's good. So that's it for me this week. I'm going to be drawing up some pages, getting some work done, and I'll probably read a couple more books too. Not necessarily like review stuff, but sort of just get back into comics. And I do feel like, since I am making a comic, I should, and expect people to, I would like for people to buy my comic. I should buy other people's comics, and even if they're old, I have a lot of issues that I have, and I have never read them, but I'm a lot more. And a couple of pickups I had done when I bought these dollar comics was a bunch of these guys right here. Namor the Submariner. They were like, I'd spent like $10. I got 5 issues of Namor. They're not necessarily in sequential order, but it's a fair amount. I really like it. I remember my little brother having one of these books when they came out, and I thought the art was super cool, but like I wasn't into Namor. I was more into X-Men and stuff like that. But I saw these in the dollar bin, and I had to pick them up. And then I actually went to another comic store a week or two ago, and I picked up issues 1, 3, and 4 of them. So I read the first issue. I'm trying to get this run from John Byrne, because it looks really, really great, and I feel like it's kind of a good read. And I don't have them in bags and board. I mean, this came in bag and board, but I'm just trying to get comics where I could just sort of throw around. They're not anything special to me. It's just something to sort of read on the fly, just keep in my backpack. I got these other 2 ones. I might as well show them here. I got these other 2 when I did my initial $10 $1 comic run, I got Megas Robot Fighter, which I haven't read yet, and Tech War, William Shatner's Tech War. I used to watch this show, Tech War. I really remember liking it in the 90s. It wasn't like the greatest sci-fi show ever, but you know, it was cool concepts and stuff like that. And I've been going back also and reading some independent comic books, like This Is the Elites. I read this. This is like a 2-issue special, double issue that I had bought a long time ago in my local Comic Con, and the story was okay, but the art was sort of, I mean, it's okay comic, but it's one of those things where I remember buying it thinking like it's as inspirational to be like, I can do better than this, and this is out. This person, this creative team did this. Why can't I? So that's one of the reasons why I got it. One of the reasons, I mean, like I said, it's pretty good though. The writing's okay, but like the execution maybe not so much. Yeah, it was okay. It was a great effort by these people, and I tried to see if they had other books, and I checked out the websites. And they didn't really have a whole lot going on, so I'm glad I picked this up. So that's it for me. I'm gonna try to read more, like I said, and grab more comics, and sort of I'm on the hunt now for Namor, and that's it. Have a good rest of your day, and God bless.